We are Mia and Massi. We live on this beautiful island called Sicily. Join us on our adventures around the island and making and eating local cuisine, on our villa DIYs and on our simple slow living. This is our Sicilian dolce vita. Venite con noi. At a time. Little bit at a time. Bravo. Bravo. Good morning. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
So after 1 week of being barricaded indoors because of the storm and the floods, and also because I had a horrible flu, finally this morning, Sunday morning, Massi has decided to take me out for lunch.
Right, so we are on our way to a restaurant which is in a valley, well, on top of a valley. It's a place called Cava Grande, on top of a canyon. It's called Cava Grande. Yeah, they're open twice a week, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday dinner, Sunday lunch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Sunday lunch.
Not many people do know about it, but those that do know about it have always said good things about it. There's some good reviews on the internet about it. They serve very rustic food, homely food, so something you'd find in farmhouses.
Yeah, agriturismo, something like that.
So if you're going to farm shop in England, or if you're in a countryside shop, restaurant, you'd find the same kind of meals, very rustic, very at the moment kind of
nice, homemade.
Which is the best way to eat, to be honest. We're going to go try that out, and I'm with this beautiful blonde woman.
Yes, I'm with this lovely man. So we'll tell you all about it once we're there.
See you there.
A must if you're going all the way up to Avalantica. This is the halfway point. You can drive in with your car, a little terrazza. You have to look at this view. We have arrived and it's packed with cars.
Loads of people, yeah.
I'm glad we booked. Let's go and check this place out. So it's right on top of the canyon, the Cava Grande del Cassibile. The view is incredible. We've got all the little lakes down at the bottom. And I'll tell you something, ages ago I did this with my kids. It took us an hour to get down to the lakes. We had a swim, spent the day there, and came back up again another hour to come back up. That cave there, what a view. Right, should we go see if our table's ready? It's great, isn't it, Mas?
Beautiful, love it.
Look at this place. Okay, Massi, so we've gone for the antipasto.
So this is what you call an antipasto rustic. So it's a rustic starter.
It's very nice.
Okay, they've got red pizza with sauce on, they've got classic bruschetta, nice big massive piece of cheese.
Sorry, what was that called?
A bruschetta. Massive big cheese. This is like primo sale. We've got a bit of like melanzana, parmigiana. This here is gel, so it's pork gel gelatine. They've got omelette. That's another piece of omelette, I'd say. That's caponata and aubergines.
That's very nice.
Grilled, yeah, nice.
Tuck in.
Rustic. Some lovely ravioli with ricotta and a nice hearty tomato sauce. You look very happy.
Next time wear a bib, Massi.
Yeah.
Was that good at least?
Well, it's nice food, so you can say that. It doesn't matter.
Okay, Massi's got
Slow cooked rabbit.
Very nice. Not my cup of tea. And I've just got some cotolette, chicken cotolette.
E chiamiamolo che ne aiuta! Rimuoviamo San Sebastiano! E chiamiamolo con tutto il cuore! Rimuoviamo San Sebastiano!
So in Belvedere on the 20th of January, they celebrate Saint Sebastian. It is a big occurrence and the whole village likes to either participate or watch. And it is all about Saint Sebastian. The women and men here are devoted to him and they all hold long candles or a bunch of flowers. The women are dressed in red with white collars and the men in white with red sachets. Some just walk with socks and others barefoot. A lot of them have small children with them as they get blessed by Saint Sebastian. I read that in Middletown, Connecticut, the Italians also celebrate Saint Sebastian and it is a big deal also there. So after they've walked from one side of the village to the other, they go straight into the church with their candles, and then they have a church service. When the church service is over, they hand out bread to everybody, and this bread has been blessed by the priest and it was donated by the local bakers, so everyone is eager to get themselves a bread roll.
This morning we're going to start preparing a dish that we're going to eat later on this evening. It's called Timballo, or classically known as pasta al forno. Pasta al forno, so it means pasta done in the oven. Timballo is a fancy word they use it in different regions. In Rome we use it, but we put different products in compared to what Sicily would put in. The basis of it, the dish is all the same really. Some turn it upside down, some leave it in the tray. What I'm doing, I'm leaving it in the tray, classic, what they used to do many years ago. So some basic ingredients here we're going to be using. I've got your carrots, your celery and your onions, which we call sofritto, chopped up quite fine, some parsley and a bay leaf. I went yesterday to the butcher, Maria and I, and we got mixed beef and pork cut in big chunks. I just cut it up a little bit finer. We got our own beer which we make. No, this is not beer. This is sauce. This is our sauce which we put in beer bottles. This is we made a video on that not too long ago. But anyway, okay, let's start. So first things first, while I'm warming up the oil, so I can see that starting to fry, so I'm going to get all my little carrots, onions and celery in there. I'm going to let them simmer off till they're nice and soft. I'm going to put the bay leaf in now because the bay leaf tends to give a lot of flavor when you start cooking with it. I'm going to put that in there now. The parsley, as you see, I've left on the chopping board for after. So I'm going to let that all fry off nice and quick. Right, so I'm satisfied with the color of that and I can smell it's all mixing up very good. I'm going to tip that meat in there. We're going to get that to fry up. I'm going to get the meat to get some color. As soon as it's got a bit of color, I'm going to add a bit of wine. So while it's cooking and warming up with all the heat in it, all your flavors, your pepper and your salts and whatever herbs and spices you put in, really infuse well with heat. So I do that now. I'm going to let that cook off and get nice and golden brown. We've got to the stage now where it's got a bit of color, which is I'm quite satisfied with. I'm not going to be thinking as you're drunk as I am. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to put a drop of, I'm going to put maybe, I would say, a third of a cup, third of a glass. We get nice and mixed in there. That should be enough. I'm going to let the alcohol evaporate, and as that evaporates, slowly, I'm going to add the tomato sauce to it. Get that in there and nice and flavors up the meat. Lovely jubbly. Okay, I'm quite satisfied now. It's got that small amount of liquid, which we need, obviously. And I'm going to get my tomato sauce in there. This is our own homemade stuff, as I said before. Goes a long way. Just we like it so much, we consume a lot of it. Okay, now I'll leave it on there to simmer. Adding in my parsley, which I've roughly chopped from before. And this is a dish that you should just leave and let it cook. I'm at one stage, I'm going to maybe add a bit of sugar to take out the tanginess of the tomato. I don't know if it will be necessary. I've got everything in there. I am now satisfied. I'm going to leave it to cook. I'd like it to cook for maybe 2 hours. I will keep tasting it as we go. Might not be necessary because it's going to cook again in the oven. So yeah, I want that to cook. I don't want it to dry up too much. I want it to be nice and saucy, so it cooks the pasta while it's in the oven. We'll see after why I say that. Okay, back to here. I've just been out for a couple of errands. I have now done the sauce. The sauce is done for 2 hours. It looks very lovely, hearty. Nice, thick and hearty sauce. Okay, so that's that. I have cooked the pasta off. This is a type of pasta. It's like a bucatini, but made in little rings. It's a nice pasta because it holds the sauce. Okay, I've half cooked that. I haven't cooked it all to finished. And in the meantime, I've made a bechamel. I didn't use butter. I used olive oil, flour, milk, nutmeg, salt and pepper. And what I'm doing here is boiling off the peas. So I need to just pre-cook the peas a bit. I'll let them cook off. I have, meantime, Maria boiled me some eggs. I sliced them into slices. I've got here parmesan cut into chunks, and I've got a auricchio, which is a provolone piccante, which is a spicy provolone cheese. The oven needs to be turned on. You need to preheat it to, I'd say, starting out 180 degrees. You leave it on a preheat at 180 degrees, and when you do put it in the oven, you put it in for at least 40 minutes. So keep it at 180, maybe reducing to 150 at a later stage. Now comes the time that we're going to put it all together. I have just now put some sauce from there into the pasta to not let it stick together, otherwise it tends to clump together while it's hot. Everything is quite hot, so let's get everything on the go. So we got 2 dishes here. One we're going to have for dinner tonight, and the other one we're going to save and put it in the freezer, because you can freeze this, it's not a problem. Actually quite pleasant to freeze it. So you put a layer of pasta down, like you would a lasagna, and you layer it. So first your pasta in. Once you got your pasta in there, you get a layer of meat in there as well. You put it all around like you would in a lasagna. It doesn't have to be very neat. Get your bechamel, a bit of bechamel in there. Lovely. Once you got your bechamel in there, you get a couple of eggs. Layer your eggs in there. So I'm just going to put the eggs in the center. As soon as there's 4 eggs, I'm going to put 1 egg each layer, because there's going to be 2 layers. I'm going to get some peas. Put some peas in there as well. Okay. And then you got your cheese on top of that. Put your cheese tends to be better when you separate it like that, because cheese melts. So it should be pretty fine like that. And I'll just do the other one while I'm about it. Okay, as you can see, I've done both of them now, so I've done them exactly the same. We put another layer of pasta on the top. because I'm only doing 2 layers at the moment. Well, I don't need more than 2 layers really. You get all those moved out about and you spread them out nice and evenly. Right, so I've evenly distributed the pasta. I'm going to put another layer of eggs. Small eggs goes on the smaller pasta. We got little eggs and big eggs. Little chickens and big chickens. Okay. I'm now going to finish off the sauce on the top. So you get all the sauce and you can finish that all off. So now I'm going to use the rest of my bechamel. I'm going to put that on top. And on top of that, I'm going to finish the cheese off. And that should be your pasta timballo done. So finishing it off with the cheese on top. And that should be done. You can put that into the oven once you're done. Whoa, very nice. That looks very scrumptious. Listen to it. Sounds wonderful.
Okay, we hope you've enjoyed this week's video with Massi's delicious Timballo. Check out our Patreon page for some extra stuff during the week. Ciao, alla prossima!